Hey guys, it's Natalie with Curated by Natalie, and I'm back with another $2 outlet thrift haul, all of which is to resell on online platforms like Poshmark, Depop, and my Instagram, Curated by Natalie. Before we get started with today's haul, I want to take a quick second to say thank you for 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. As a token of appreciation, I'm hosting a giveaway on my Instagram. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the picture, and make sure you're following my Instagram. The winner will receive a personalized thrifted style box valued at over $100. I put so much effort into style boxes. Basically, you'd send me your Pinterest board with, your style, things you're looking for, and I would go thrifting with you in mind and send you an amazing box with amazing pieces to add to your wardrobe. And go ahead and enter. I would love to shop for one of you. And now for today's haul. Let's go ahead and get started with the shoes of the haul. This first pair right here are a serious brand to be on the lookout for. These are the brand Oofos. I hope I'm saying it right, but basically they're spelled OOFOS. They're these comfort arch support clogs, sandals, slides. They have men's and women's. These were a women's style. They were called the Oo clogs, and they're size 8.5. I went ahead and posted these from my drafts with the rest of the pieces in this haul. I've tried to keep them in my drafts, and then I'm gonna post them to Poshmark right when this video is ready to upload. But these, I wasn't quite sure how to price them. So I went ahead and posted them for $49, which is half of their retail price. And they sold in 5 minutes of being posted with my offer to likers with Posher VA. So within 5 minutes of somebody liking an item, they get an automatic 10% off and a $1.50 shipping discount. So that cuts into my profit a little bit, but it's totally worth it because 80% of my sales come from that feature with Posher VA. I'm also able to share my closet with Posher VA and even relist items now. So it's a seriously great tool. You do pay for it monthly, but it's helped my sales just in an amazing way on Poshmark. So Oo clogs and Posher VA, quick sales. I have these fun, funky cowboy boots. When I first saw these, I thought that they were old gringo cowboy boots, which are an iconic pair of cowboy boots. I think everyone in Texas is familiar with that brand, but these are actually a different brand. I'd never heard of this one. These are Chore brand cowboy boots. It's just spelt like coral, but with an extra R in the middle. So double R. And they are made in Mexico. They're genuine leather. These are a size 9 in women's, and they're in pretty great condition. I did already clean up these shoes, so I used, some leather conditioner, and I Cloroxed and cleaned the bottoms, but really pretty good condition. A bit of wear, but I think they look kind of fun and rustic like that. These retail at around $300 for this brand and this style of cowboy boots, but really great pair. I think that they'll do really well, but we'll see. I just feel like I can never go wrong with a quality pair of cowboy boots. They either sell in my closet or I can definitely sell them at a vintage buy-sell trade store here in Houston. It's just a perk of living in Texas, I guess. Next up, I found another pair of the same brand cowboy boots, and these are really cool. So at first I thought these were Freebirds because look, you know what I mean? Like a little bit, right? But these are the same brand, Coral. They are a size 7, and they're super cool. So I first, went ahead and drafted all these items before talking about them so I could kind of be up to date on pricing and stuff like that. So I went ahead and drafted them, and I was like, why is everybody bundling these boots? Because they're not bundling them. It's the same boot. So it's basically like you can turn it into a short boot, or you can wear it as a riding standard length cowboy boot. So cool. What? This is just such an awesome shoe. That's amazing. And these are in great condition. It seriously looks like nobody wore these like at all. So really, really, really freaking cool cowboy boots. These are still for sale online for $300. I will definitely be selling them for a good amount because they're in amazing condition, and obviously it's real leather, but it's also got lizard on it. And lizard is definitely an expensive feature when it comes to cowboy boots, so I do have to account for that in my price, but those are such a cool boot. They're a size 7. You can find them in my Poshmark closet. Another cool pair of boots. These are not cowboy. These are actually motorcycle boots. So I'm really glad that I got these. I kind of was on the fence about them because I thought they were just a style-based pickup, but they're also a really quality shoe pickup. These are a true motorcycle shoe. So they're really kind of heavy, as in like they're thick in their quality because they're genuinely used to ride motorcycles. They're real leather, they're like oil resistant, kind of like Doc Martens. And they're this brand called Extreme. No, they're called X Element, sorry. You know, just the X. But these are a size 8.5 in women's, and they're in really good condition. They actually have just a little bit of wear right here on the heel because somebody actually used them to like ride on their motorcycle. And they're missing the like attachment for the zipper, but I feel like whoever had these might have taken them off because they didn't want them getting caught on their bike. But I don't know, that's just a speculation. But really cool pair of shoes. These retailed at around $150, and they're going for Poshmark at around $69. I'll likely sell mine for a little bit less just to account for the, you know, flaw there and then the seriously minor bit of wear at the heel. But a really cool, fun, quality pair of shoes. Another pair of motorcycle shoes. I don't know, I guess I was just in like a cowboy motorcycle area. Like maybe everybody that's into these hobbies just was donating that day. So these are Harley Davidson chunky leather booties. Like these are so on trend and so Depop. Like I've really been getting into Depop and posting on there, and I've actually started making a good amount of sales on there. Like I started listing on there 2 weeks ago and I've had 8 sales, which I feel really proud of, you know, just because I'm really starting up on that platform. So these are a size 6.5 and they're in great condition. You know, the leather's in great condition, the soles are in great condition, and they're just the freaking cutest pair of boots ever. I am so jealous of whoever has a size 6.5 foot because you can rock these bad boys. Like they're just perfect. I feel like I'll use my profit to buy a pair for myself. Like same with the UFUs. Like I want these shoes so bad. And another fabulous pair of shoes, not my size, are these size 7 faux snakeskin go-go booties. These are just so freaking cool. Like perfect condition. And I do believe these are vintage, just judging from the inside of the shoe, just the way like the description is. And also I use Google Images a lot to price my items and find, you know, similar pieces. And these were only for sale on a couple other websites, and they were for sale on vintage websites, and they were claiming that they were vintage. So I'm thinking that they're vintage, you know, maybe like 90s, not like anything crazy, but really cool. Size 7, freaking awesome shoe. And then last pair of shoes is the one pair that you won't find posted yet because these need a little bit of TLC, nothing crazy, but they just couldn't be cleaned up with, you know, a Clorox wipe and Doc Marten Wonder Balsam. So these are some Timberland lace up mid-calf boots. They are really cool, but you know, this canvas needs a little bit of TLC. I think just some OxyClean to get these orange marks out, and you know, they kind of carry over here, but I really feel like with canvas I can, you know, put in a little elbow grease and get them cleaned up nicely. So I went ahead and took the, you know, risk and got them because they just are such a cool shoe. Really unique. I've never seen a shoe like it. So I got them. They're size 8 and they're really quality. I mean, you know, genuine leather and canvas. So cool shoe. We'll see how they clean up, but sometimes you got to take that $2 risk and see what'll happen. First clothing find of the day was this vintage 90s 80s fleece. This is actually a really popular vintage fleece brand. This is the brand Teddy. It's a size medium, and I just am so obsessed with this boho Aztec Western print, and it's such a soft, cozy, full zip fleece. I love that style so much. Same with the cozy, big grandpa sweaters, especially funky grandpa sweaters are my favorite. This is a really soft, thick knit. It is 100% acrylic, so it does have a little bit more pilling than I prefer to pick up, but I went ahead and sweater shaped it so it doesn't look too pilled now, but it's just common with vintage acrylic to get that pilling present. So I always mention that in the listing, like, hey, this is an acrylic sweater. It does have pilling, but there's otherwise no flaws. It's a size extra large and just such a fun print. Very into this. Oh, really, I'm on a print trend right now because this next piece goes right along with this funky patterns. This is another really awesome 80s, 90s sweater. This is the brand Barry Ashley. I've never picked up this brand or heard of it before, but I love this color and this print. It's just so fabulous. And I really loved that it's a size 24 and it's true vintage. A lot of times it can be really hard to find plus size in true vintage, so I'm really happy to add this to my closet. Fun pop of color and really keeps it size inclusive. And I'm telling you, it's the most soft like knit. It's just so quality. It's a cotton blend and just is so soft. It feels like a modern Lululemon sweater, but obviously funky and vintage. Speaking of funky vintage pieces, here's this amazing denim trench coat with the waist belt and wooden buttons and just such a cool piece. This is a size medium and it is Forever 21, so I would never advocate for picking up Forever 21, but I do think this is a vintage piece and it's just too cool to pass up. It's a size medium and just in really awesome condition. It says it's their premium denim, so maybe it's true, but it really feels quality. Otherwise, I would not have picked it up, but such a cool piece. I couldn't pass it up or leave it behind. Same with this right here. This is another style-based pickup. I'm obsessed with paper bag pants. Like, I think most of my pants in my closet, if they're not leggings or sweatpants, they're paper bag pants. These are size 17 in women's, and they are this awesome pair of paper bag waist denim. They're super high rise and just such a great piece. This is a piece I would normally take to a buy-sell trade store, but because I'm including them in my YouTube video, I did go ahead and list them on my Poshmark closet. They're just so cool. They're literally no brand in particular. I think they're like originally from Macy's, which is a brand I normally wouldn't pick up, you know, but those are cool and they're so quality too. This is such a beautiful, fun piece. This is a vintage magenta Wilson's leather suede jacket. This is a size extra large and this is what the tag looks like. It's like a gray Wilson's leather tag. But such a quality piece. There's like no pen marks or really flaws on this piece. Most of the times when I find Wilson's leather, for some reason, there are pen marks on it and it's so disappointing. But this piece, as far as I can tell, is perfect. Like, how fun and funky is this? Just a beautiful piece. I'm very obsessed with it. Okay, I've still been picking up Christmas sweaters and obviously I'm very into them, as you can see. I found this sweater and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, it says, you know, naughty on it. But what's really fun about it is if you like, you know, squish it the other way, it says nice. Like, how fun is that? That's such a cool sweater. I don't feel like I could show it all off in my listing, but if you're watching this video, you'll obviously know the whole shebang about the sweater. It's so cool. It's a size medium. It really feels like it's like a quality piece. A lot of times sweaters, specifically Christmas sweaters, are just a little bit more thin because they're not meant to be worn year round, but these feel really nice and thick and quality. Such a fun, cool piece. I think it'll sell really well and hopefully soon because people are gonna have to get it soon if they want it, you know, to wear at Christmas time. These are one of my favorite pieces to pick up at the thrift store. This is a vintage chore coat. I love chore coats so much. Just so cool, and they're worn by so many different styles of people, like, you know, from boho to very like hipster to, you know, even like, I don't know, more funky styles too, like just worn by everyone because like you can just pair it with anything. This one's really great, but there is a flaw that I ended up noting when I was photographing it. It's really faint, but it's a slight discoloration on the sleeve, so I'll definitely account for it in the price. Typically, I sell chore coats for around $40, so I'll likely sell this one for around $26. But a really awesome piece. I love chore coats so much. They're so practical too, you know? This was just a fun pickup. At the bins and stuff, I feel like I can just be a little bit more style-based. And I just loved this logo. And Billabong actually is a brand that sells pretty well on, you know, Poshmark. So I went ahead and picked it up. There were other sweatshirts like this listed at $32. I'll likely sell mine for around $28. But a really nice piece and just a fun, you know, little logo and little tassel ties. Okay, I have another Christmas sweater, and this is another one that I went ahead and posted. I went ahead and posted both of the Christmas sweaters because they do need to sell like ASAP. And this one sold full asking price, not even with the Bosch VA tool, like less than 12 hours of being posted. I was worried about getting it because I was like, Star Wars is not really my style. It's not like a part of my brand. But I got it because they retail at like $55, so I listed it for $28, and it sold full asking price in less than 24 hours, so really a good find. It was a size extra large, and just will be heading out the door really soon. I was trying to mainly source, obviously, winter items because it's winter, but I did find this new with tags Raga Anthropology romper. This is a piece that's a little bit oversaturated online because, you know, people, you know, buy them at like wholesale or whatever, but they're consistently priced at over $30. So I went ahead and picked it up because it's an outlet store, so I'm not paying a whole lot. So I can list it at, you know, the same or a little bit less, and I'll be really happy with my return. So still a really cute piece. I just hated that it was so, you know, available online, because I really like to be like one of the few people that has an item. It tends to sell better that way, but that's life. It happens. That's a size medium, but such a cute piece. Oh my gosh. I love this vintage 90s fleece so much. This is vintage LL Bean, and it's got multicolor trim. So like here's blue, but the cuff is purple, the bottom's purple, and you know, the other cuff's purple. The vintage LL Bean is just basically like a darker, more like forest green. This is a size large and just really in great condition, like no major pilling, no stains on it. So really excited about this. These are consistently going for around $50, has these two side pockets, and is definitely a Patagonia Cinchilla dupe. I picked up another summery piece, but it's a really cool vintage romper. I'm obsessed with vintage floral rompers, so I could not pass this up. This is a size medium. It has little baby shoulder pads that definitely could be taken out if you so desire. A little cinch waist that's adjustable, and front pockets, which are a huge plus for myself. And then, you know, it's that romper, so it's a great piece. It's true button front too, which I think is extra fabulous. This is AIM Sport, by the way. I've totally sold their stuff before. It's never anything crazy, but it's a great quality vintage brand. Speaking of funky vintage pieces, I found this super funky vintage Windbreaker set. So I saw this funky Windbreaker jacket and was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I have to get it because one, the pattern is just great. And then it's got this quilting on the back, and it's just so fabulous and funky. And then I found the coordinating track pants. So these track pants have, you know, really awesome elastic stretch still, and they've got the little zips at the bottom like dad sweatpants to, you know, I don't know, air out your ankles. They're a size extra large, drawstring, elastic waist, the whole shebang. Really fun, unique piece. I had to get it. I will try to list it on Poshmark. Honestly, taking great pictures of it is a little bit of a struggle, but it might also be a piece that I end up taking to a vintage buy sell trade store. But I'll definitely have it listed, so if you're interested in funk like that, head to my Poshmark closet to check it out. Then I picked up this super fun feather cardigan. It's just amazing, and I think it would be such a great piece, you know, for the holidays, specifically New Year's Eve. Like, that's just a fun statement piece for New Year's Eve. It's a size extra, extra large, and it's the brand Lauren Conrad, which, if I remember correctly, is just from Kohl's, but I did look up comparison pricing on this specific piece, and it had sold fors at $29, which, I mean, makes me feel pretty good about picking it up. I think it's a really fun piece and so trendy. And that's all for the haul today. I am really happy with all that I found, specifically in the shoe department, if you know what I mean. But the clothes were really awesome and fun and funky too. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, as well as head over to my Instagram, Curated by Natalie, and enter that giveaway if you're interested. Bye for now.